Hey, my name is Sara Nunez, and I'm in Asheville, North Carolina, and Aflorar Herb Collective was started in 2020. I'm one of 3 co-founders, and we were started in Louisville, Kentucky, in the aftermath of the killing of Breonna Taylor, and have just been, over the past 5 years, building our work up with all kinds of different programs and projects, including a growers network and mutual aid distribution. Since the impacts of Hurricane Helene, mostly have been doing a lot of mutual aid distribution in the Asheville, North Carolina area, which is where I'm currently located, in the gardens that support our work, which you'll see behind me. We're on about a ½ acre of land in Asheville, North Carolina, in the city, in West Asheville. Yeah, so we do a lot of work across Appalachia, and one of the biggest projects that's one I'm most proud of is a growers network, where we have about 13 growers who support us by growing herbs for us or starting plants for us that we use in our garden. So we have growers across, I believe there's 6 in Asheville, North Carolina, 1 in Alabama, 1 in Puerto Rico, and 4 in Kentucky that support us by giving us the plants or the dried herbs. And we use those herbs that go into our care kits. And then those care kits get sent across the country, but also stay right here at home in Western North Carolina to support families who are being impacted by the impacts of Hurricane Helene and or political issues that we're currently facing. Just life is really hard. So we have care kits that we give away. We do our mutual aid distribution at about 10 sites monthly. So we distribute the herbs every single month at 10 sites. So we like to call those our liberation zones. And we do some pop-up events, rapid response efforts, and a whole lot of story collection and telling through our projects. So we're currently in the process of producing a zine and plant cards, and we accompany all of our work with art projects as well. So we do screen printing and block printing and pulling creativity into what we do 100% through the plants as well. So there's been times where we've created like seed paper with Mari Mujica, one of our co-founders in Kentucky, helped us make seed paper. We've always done the screen printing just because it's easy and it's a lot of fun. And folks really enjoy learning it. And whenever we give away a care kit, we try to have art as a part of it. So you'll see we have art that was created for Hurricane Helene by our friend Yesenia Avila out of Louisville, Kentucky, and also art that was created in the aftermath of the killing of Breonna Taylor, also during summer 2020 with Black Lives Matter. So we keep all that archived in our work and continuously produce it, depending on kind of what's happening in the moment. So right now it feels like a lot of stuff in the hurricane, and then also in support of our immigrant communities and families. I am the steward of this land that's located in West Asheville, and like I mentioned, a little bit over a ½ acre, and it's really exciting time for us as we begin to do some clearing. So we want to create more growing space. So I was so excited in 2011 when we got this land to be able to vision what it could become as a place for rest and restoration and respite for communities of color and for people that are on the ground doing social justice work every day. So a place that's in town, on the bus line, that can support our communities as, you know, folks are fighting back against the systems of oppression. And so what I'm really excited about is that we're been given a fund, some support through the SEDIC Social Justice Fund to build out a community hub. So we're already functioning as a community hub where Aflorar and the gardens reside, and we host community healing days. But this takes it to the next level, because we're gonna be able to clear the land, clear more space for growing, have an outdoor gazebo for education, finish the basement, which is currently where Aflorar does a lot of our holds all the herbs and does all of the volunteer, especially in the cold. So when it's summertime, we're outside a lot, but in the wintertime, we need a space to be able to produce. And so probably by middle of this year, we'll have this project even deeper, more completed, and being able to serve in new ways, which is really exciting. And so I think the development of that is still in process, and more to come later this year about ways that folks can get involved and support. Our big vision is to eventually be able to have some tiny homes, as well as hot tubs and outdoor showers, and a well for water, as well as solar power, so that when it happens again, if we're impacted by a climate catastrophe like we got during Hurricane Helene, we'll be able to stay functioning and also be able to serve, because the location of this property is just a walking distance to the river, to the French Broad River. This spring, we'll be hosting a plant giveaway. So we get hundreds of plant starts from Taproot Nursery out of Kentucky and Gaia Herbs. And those plant starts go back to community. So we have a free plant giveaway in May. So be on the lookout for that date and location to come and get all the free herb starts that you want. There, you can support Aflorar through our link tree. On our link tree, you can sign up for our newsletters, have a link to our donations. We're always in need of dried herbs, Epsom salts, tape for mailing things, boxes for mailing things. So if you're ever interested in supporting us with donating herbs or goodies or supplies, office supplies, that kind of thing, we'll take it. And so you can just reach out to us on our social media or on our email. I learned about Asheville Creative Arts a few years ago when a friend of mine from Louisville, Kentucky was coming here to stay and do a retreat there. And I had to go pick them up because Ubers wouldn't go out to the location. And so I went to pick up and I was like, oh, this is so beautiful. This is so cool. And then got even deeper in that relationship, or found out more about the organization through the Just Recovery and Healing group, which we meet every other week. And Abby is a part of that group. And so we've gotten to collaborate on some grants, some shared funding, strategizing around ideas on how to do our organizations better, how to support each other better. And we hosted a half-day or full-day retreat for Just Recovery and Healing on site, and that was really nice. We got to create some really beautiful art and some shared work together, as the meeting was graphically facilitated by Amina Batata, and there's some beautiful art that was created out of that. And I'll be going at the end of February to do some visioning with one of my comrades from Louisville, Kentucky, who is coming to help support us as we build out a plan for fundraising for this big vision. And so love being able to have downtime, deep time to dive into questions about who and how and why we're doing what we're doing, and ways in which we can fully come together to win, and to support each other as we all do such critical work for our communities, and keeping art at the center of all of it, because it's really the part that I believe not only just brings us the joy that we need, but also is going to bring us closer to liberation. We are providing on site at the art residency, herbs from Sarita's Healing Hub, which is a blend of herbs that I've created through my work, really working with the herbs so closely over a decade. I developed 3 lines of products. One's for grief, it's called Tejido. One's for inner strength and providing your body with a lot of nutrients, and that one's called Fuerte. And one is for stress and calming, and that one's called Calmate. And so those 3 lines of herbs will be offered on site. And then Aflorar Herb Collective is going to provide breathe steams and bath salts for residents to use as they're there. So you can do a breathe steam to help with allergies, or help to just make your breathing better if you're sick. And it's got oregano, thyme, and eucalyptus in it. So all herbs that are really easy to get, really easy to grow. as well as just really helpful for all of this sort of, respiratory breathing stuff. So, and the other thing we'll give is bath salts, which can be used in the bathtub when you're looking to have a calming bath that has chamomile and lavender and Epsom salt. And so those will be our offerings to the space for all of the participants. One of the things I love the most that ACA does is to provide fiscal sponsorship for organizations who are startup or in need of support, that supportive arm. And it's something that our community really needs at this time, as there's so many wonderful projects and people who want to make change and bring change to the world, and maybe have ideas that they'd like to launch, or small campaigns, say short or long term. And I think that ACA's ability to do that and to hold that and to support organizations in this moment and during the hurricane was so critical. I'm just so thankful that that work exists. And I would love to see more support go to that type of work. So, for example, how can we as organizations who all need printers, need admin, need HR, need supportive tech services, back-end support, security, how do we get that all together and share those resources together, especially for small organizations who, like ours, are, forming in the beginning stages and startup phase, if you will. And don't have the infrastructure to support, paying for all of that. And so I think it's just a really great arm of work that maybe not enough people know about. And that I think that would love to see more resources and support go to, so that organizations like Aflorar Herb Collective or Study This Healing Hub have this wraparound supportive services for us to do what we need to do. Or say other groups. There's so many beautiful groups out there doing amazing work, or really want to bring their work to life. And I think having the nonprofit industrial complex has so many systemic barriers to access, and I think what ACA provides is a removing of some of those barriers so that people can live into their dreams and passions. And but so many of us don't know where to begin with that. Do you even know what a nonprofit is, or how to start a nonprofit, or what and so having ACA be there to hold that, and then groups can decide later, maybe we should become a nonprofit, or maybe we could think about just how do we get into formation. And it's not always, the answer is not always to form a nonprofit, but you get to have experience with it and play around with what that could look like through programs like ACA offers with the fiscal sponsorship.